Hi, everybody. Everything should be working good now. And now I'm sweating. By the time I get the studio and everything set up, I'm roasting hot, lights and everything in here. This is Laverne, and I'm in LaVerne's world. And as you see my little spaceship module back here, and so I can overlook the world and see how things are going. And this YouTube channel is my world, so I don't have to say or do anything in accordance with anybody but me and my own belief patterns and what I think. And this is my place in which I can say what I want and do what I want. And so, anyway, that's what this is about. And today we're going to do a more of a relaxing. We got some music coming for you. I'm trying to see if this thing is working right, if I have enough, power with the computer and these kinds of things. But I'll do a quick description of what I've done. I've made a homemade studio here in my closet. The closet is surrounded. One side is a linen closet. The other side is the entire kitchen and all the, cupboards and all of that, and a whole kitchen, and then the next room of living room and what have you. And then behind me is a bathroom, and then I only have one wall here really exposed to this one room, which then I have this room blocked off, door closed. I have curtains, very thick curtains I found on Facebook for $20. Those ones that you get for thickening and blanking your light out and insulation and that kind of stuff. So I have that over here on this door to covering the door and this one wall here. Otherwise, and then of course I'm in the closet, so everything is, all my clothes and everything are in here also. All as sound barriers. And so that's what I did to have sound barriers, so I don't have I'm in an apartment complex and make people make noise and things. So anyway, and then on the side of it here I have that foam the foam that looks like little triangle shapes, and that's to sweeten your voice, and we'll see if that helps my voice any, because it bounces the sound around and does good. And then I've got basically a Mac laptop, 2016 with the best cards and stuff I could get in it, and I'm paying on that, $200 a month. So, and then I have a lot of old equipment here, like keyboards and mouses and USB ports to run wires out of the room and stuff. I have a single monitor here, and I have two monitors out on my main desk area. So if I was to produce a show with somebody else, for an example, I would be out there running the show, and they'd be in here singing or dancing or whatever they wanted to do. But anyway, so I'm trying to simulcast to YouTube and Facebook on this system, and see if that happens today. And so that's fun, and to see if we can, simultaneously. We have a gigabyte of speed it's hooked up to, so we'll see if that works. I've adjusted the Apple because of other attempts to broadcast the show. The CPU ends up going crazy and dying and everything, and so that's a drag. Right now I'm using 17% of my CPU. I did look up how to adjust the Apple Mac to use the best graphics card so it wouldn't always go down to a power thing, so they use the less graphic cards to save power for the laptop. So I adjusted all of that to get the maximum out of this laptop. That's why I bought the thing, hoping that I could broadcast this and do this and everything. So anyway, so here we are, and then the Wirecast is the broadcasting software that I'm using to broadcast to simul channels. Wirecast, I've been learning it. I just keep using it. It seems really good. It seems like it's working, and it's easy to use, and that's exciting. And I just have to keep practicing with it. And as I'm sweating to death in here, I'm going to definitely have to. We don't have the air conditioner on today. We like fresh air as best we can, so. But I'll probably have to turn the air on when I try to do this again. But anyway, so that's all I got. A chitter chatter for now. So it's a totally homemade studio. These monitors are old. I go to the Goodwill's Bits and Bytes, and I buy old pieces of equipment to wire this stuff together, and I'm using a Logitech camera, the 120 or whatever, the wide one, and I've had that for a long time, and And my green screen keeps slipping here. It's just slightly not right here on the corner. So, but we just, each time we do this, we just learn about how to do it better and more and fabulous. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I've been trying to get this going most of my life, to be broadcasting and stuff. So I have my own YouTube channel since YouTube became in existence, really. And so it's just been an effort, Herculean, and now we're there. It looks like it's all working. If I really wanted to, I should probably have Facebook open or the YouTube chat part and chat with people. But right now I'm still switching the show and being the on-camera entertainment. And so it's a little much to then answer questions. Once I master the software and I feel like I have my 10,000 hours in, well, then we'll move on to looking at those streams and trying to answer people's questions and stuff. But until then, I have to just keep marching on to try to make the technology work the best I can without the computer overheating. I have a fan on the computer out there, a big fan just blowing on it. I have, trying to make this work out. Anyway, and I'm running the screen and everything through a USB port 2.0 to a USB port 3.1, a newer one, which then is feeding it into the laptop. And the laptop's sitting on a J5 Create, a little box thing that has all the connections and everything. So you can connect it to HDMI or UBS or USB or whatever. So, that's what that is. So that's the setup pretty much. Pretty basic, pretty slim trim, trying to, they're getting stuff to work better, and that's great. So anyway, but here I am in my world, and I'd like to maybe pick up listen to some music. And so we're going to play some of my friends, and they play lovely music, and that's what we're going to do. So you're not going to hear me chatter for a few minutes. You're going to sit here and enjoy some music so I can rest and think about what else I'm going to talk about today.
This is the Elmwood Rag.
So anyway, there's that. That's Mark Nelson and Rex Gray, guys I've known for a long time who do lots of music, and that's some of their latest that they're trying to get together. They're trying to do some acoustic Americana music, which is fun, and and I enjoy that music. I enjoy it all. It's so beautiful the way they do it, and they've just been buddies of mine. They've been doing it for a long time, and so that's fun that I get to show them. I hope this is streaming. It looks like it doesn't stream steady out of my software here, but I haven't really paid attention to any of the what's actually online. I'm gonna definitely have to keep doing this, and then I'll just do what I was going to do with this show here today, and then go and check to see how it all worked out. And but anyway. Seems like it's working. It doesn't seem like it's overheating. It doesn't. All my stuff, CPU is 16%, and so that's low, which is before I was maxing it out, and it was all jittery and everything, so that was no good. But we'll see how this show goes after we do everything. Well, we're gonna do a little my main thing is I'm not going to sit around and talk about the obvious, such as, like the COVID and all the troubles and everything that's going around. It's just boring, and people need to stick with it, So here I'm just going to show you this latest thing I've gotten for myself. It's an O2 filter. It's a respirator because, I can't protect myself against other people without a respirator. A simple mask is not going to do that. So, everybody has a right to do whatever they want. Well, I have the right to really protect myself at all levels. I mean, I almost got a big old headpiece with oxygen tanks and the whole business just to prove a point. But I really thought, well, this needs to be more practical. This gets it down to 1 micron. So, and COVID is 1.5 microns, I guess. And I could be wrong about that, and if I am, you can let me know. Anyway, so that's a good mask. And then here's another one I've got also. Where my camera? I got this baby. And what I did with this has a filter in it, and it wasn't nearly as low as this 1 micron one. So they sent me extra filters, and I put it in this. So now this one has a 1 micron filter in it. So it's not a big deal for me to wear a mask. It's actually kind of fun. Everybody picked on Michael Jackson for it in the day, which I think is humorous. Now everybody looks like Michael Jackson. And so maybe he was just letting us know what was to come, like he always seemed to be doing. What's going on? What kind of freaky thing's going to be in the future? Well, we're all wearing masks. That's the freaky thing in the future. But anyway, so that's all I'm going to say about that. You can do what you want. I'm going to protect myself at the highest level because I'm not going to sit here in my house and hide. I'm going to prepare myself like anything, like a good Boy Scout would do. I was a Boy Scout, and you just prepare for things. You have the proper tools, and if there's a disease going around, put respirators on, and then you can protect yourself from everybody else. I'm not trying to protect anybody from me. I'm trying to protect myself from everybody. And that needs to be the new dialogue, like if everybody began protecting themselves at the highest level, guess what they would also be doing? They'd also be protecting others. So you don't have to, protect others so you can, blah, blah. That whole has been the worst marketing campaign on earth. What you should say is get a respirator, get a mask, double, triple them up. It takes 25 of cotton masks to make a surgical mask, and get them on, buddy, because you need to protect yourself. Seatbelts weren't sold as, well, if you wear seatbelts, you'll protect everybody else. No, they were sold to protect you, keep you alive. Helmets and cigarette smoking and all. Well, cigarette smoking does have secondary smoke, but for a long time, it was just about the direct consequence of the smoker. Then they discovered secondary health, of course. But anyway, and that's the thing. You've got to protect yourselves. You have to just say, I don't care what anybody else is doing. I have to snap out of it. There's a disease running around the population. I need to put on a mask that I can breathe through that will protect me from being contaminated. And of course, this mask also, I live in the city. There's high ozone layers during the summer on the ground. There's, pollution from cars and coal plants and all the rest. Why am I sucking in dirty air? It doesn't make any sense. And so this, really is about having clean air to breathe, so you just don't get sick of common problems of pollution and what have you in America. I mean, America is the largest polluter in the world, so everybody has to snap out of that. China is catching up as they develop their economy. I really wish we could go and talk to them about it, but whatever. So anyway, so that's where we're at today, about the mask business and about that. And I'm not going to talk about that at all. Maybe once in a while I'll tell people to wear a mask to protect yourself, but that's it. I'm not going to enter the fray or the argument or try to convince people of medical science. I am not a doctor. I am just an entertainer. I'm just a personality. That's it. That's all I've ever been, is just a personality. And so I'm trying to see how many people like this personality. They used to, when I was out in the world, they used to say, "Oh, LaVerne, you're in your world." And they used to say all kinds of stuff and come and visit me and talk to me and things at my job. I was a bartender, and I had a very public place, and we argued politics and had a lot of fun there. So, excuse me. So, we're trying to put that back up in the bar, but in my spaceship instead, because I'm in control of this one anyway. So we'll just go on and maybe some more music. This is Mark Nelson and Rick Otto. They're in my living room. I have lots of entertainment friends. I have another channel that has all their videos and stuff on it, and I also am trying to succeed at broadcasting live to that, so I can call them up, interview them, have fun, have them play on live on air, or play one of their videos that they did in the past, see how they changed or whatever. So that's on another channel, and that's Solar Bus YouTube. LaVerne Train will get all of my YouTube channels up. But that one, Solar Bus, is the email on there to know which one you're at the right one. It's the entertainment one. Where here, this one, I'm just chattering away because I'm me and I get to do what I want with this one. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and play some more music. That'll be great. Here, let me see. I have to switch this, and as you notice, I'm looking away from the screen and the camera, which is a drag. And but here we go. We're going to take it. Here's Mark Nelson and Rick Otto.
Stop now, big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? You stay so big, you just always just about.
Getting a little drunk. I don't know how
There you go. I'm done work.
Well, there's that. That was Mark Nelson and Rick Otto jamming away in my living room, because that's the kind of thing they like to do. But anyway, and here I am in my world. I got to lean back and see how things go with this microphone. I can still get up to volume, I guess, even from back here. This is fun. It really does seem like it's working good. I'm hoping that the stuttering I'm seeing in this monitor is because of the USB. I'm running it USB instead of an HDMI or a higher cable. I'm trying to eliminate the amount of heat and graphic card by using these USB ports that are powered. So, the computer can use the most amount of graphics to just make these images and get them on up there. And but you see my green screen, it still needs some work. It's clearly as it's bubbling up and trying to get enough light, but not too much, and all that good stuff. And it's pretty small space. It's kind of fun. But I hope the sounds good, and I hope everything's going good with this thing. And so what else is there to chat about today? Well, life is great, and people are out not having to go to work every day. They got to work from home, and everybody arguing about everything. That's kind of fun, Get everybody talking about stuff, and you get to see the powers of the government and what they can and can't do for you, and how much we got to take care of ourselves and all that good stuff, So that's kind of fun. But I don't really know what else I'm going to be saying here today on this particular one. Yeah, on this channel, I definitely need to see comments so that I can respond and continue to chat away. Because if I saw what people were saying or asking, or if anybody was saying or asking anything, I'd be able to respond to it. But I just set it up today, so I didn't want to do that, because I'm really trying to smooth this technology out first before I get crazy with all the rest, And but just step by step, as the show will hopefully technically develop and get better. I'm only using 15% CPU, and I think that's just marvelous. It's just marvelous. I'm looking at some of the statistics up here on this. I'm running 9,900 KB BPS, which I'm not even sure, but it's fluctuating from 9,000 to 5,000 and all that good stuff. So anyway, we'll just see how it rolls, But what else about LaVerne's World that's of any interest, Photographer by trade. That's what I do, is video and films and stuff like that. And this channel that you're on with the live streaming, all the rest of the videos on this channel are news pieces that I've done for Stringer. I work for Stringer also, and that's out of New York. And I run around town filming, getting video for news pieces. And so I still own the video, which is a lot of fun. And so I'm going to have to move this camera down lower so I can look forward and see myself at the same time. That's going to have to happen. So another minor adjustment to the system so I can see what I'm looking at, see what my next thing I'm going to draw from, and still be looking at the camera. Because I think looking at the camera is what's important here, because you're not here to look at my forehead, So anyway, so that's fun that I get to keep all that news video and continue to use it, So that's a lot of fun. And YouTube is a great place to store those videos. They're short clips, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever. So a lot of short video clips. And so YouTube, I just upload them, boom, I just put them in iMovie quickly on my phone, zoom them up, and I can store those videos. I get them off my phone. I don't have to put on hard drives. They're publicly viewed, so if somebody is affected by that news, or somebody in their house burnt down or whatever, they can go and look at that video. They can see it. They can use it for whatever they want. I have it open so people can use it for whatever they want. In case there's an insurance thing and they need video of the house, or the video of the murder, or the video of whatever I'm doing that day. And it hasn't been extremely profitable. It has brought in extra money, but there's just not that much news, I guess, going around. But it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and I wish it would get more, and I wish I could do it more often. It'd be great, But anyway, so that's what this channel also is, LaVerne's World. It was nothing on it originally, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, but I realized, dude, you're going around all this news stuff. You should just, put all your news video up there. It's a place to store it. I get to use it as B-roll and anything I want to make. If I want to make an entertainment and take new music from a friend and have fire trucks in it or whatever, I could use all that video as B-roll. So that's our buildings and of things of people or whatever, whatever I've filmed. A lot of cops and that's been fun too, is because when I first started on it, they didn't know who I was. I just would show up. The news media was like, "Who are you?" But as I've done it now for, I think this is my second year, the police have gotten to know me, and they say hello, and the firemen have pose pictures with me, and you know, and it's been kind of fun, you know, the whole as they got to know, I got to hang out with the mayor for a while. That was fun for like several days in a row. I kept having to, you know, do things with the mayor, you know, and so that was kind of interesting. You know, I got to chat with the police chief and them directly, just personally in a hallway, you know. So I try to make my opinions known to the people in power because, well, I get to hang out with them because I'm doing this Stringer thing. So that's another fun thing about Stringer that I've really, really enjoyed, is you get to go hang out with all the bigwigs because they're making the news, you know. So, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and play another song here. Mark Nelson and Rex Gray again. A little bit more Americana music, you know. And then I'll probably come back and say sayonara and shut this thing down and see how it did, see how it streams, see if it's fluttering, see if it's working. I hope it is, you know, but we'll see. I don't know. I haven't really. I don't have an extra monitor in here. I took it out. It seemed like it was using way too much of the CPU and way too much of the graphics to run those monitors versus getting the show onto YouTube, which seemed to be that's my goal. My goal isn't to have a bunch of monitors. So monitors were drawing me down. Well, I got rid of one, got a more energy efficient one. It's on USB, not HDMI. So it's using less of the card. It's being boosted with the hubs, you know, so I'm doing everything I can to get the load off the computer so the computer can focus on making these images and keeping them smooth, uploading them to YouTube on the 1 gig system. And that's my goal, and really all of my parameters seem to be really working fabulously, you know. So anyway, and I'm streaming, I think, at a high level. Instead of a 750p, it seems 8,000, 6,000 kbs. So that's a much higher level. I'm hoping it's good and clear. And well, anyway, we'll find out. But anyway, I'm gonna go play some more music here and enjoy this next piece. Mark Nelson and Rex Gray again, and another one of their tunes. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta click everything before, you know, you do stuff. There we go. All right, now we gotta do it.
Shrewsbury Clock.
Well, there's that again. Some nice, pretty music and some guitar playing. It's excellent. I love those guys. A lot of fun. I told them we got to do more. They said they have a lot of tunes. I'm going to shoot it a little differently and do a 2-camera set, have them play at one time. Those I had them play each one of them twice because I only had one camera with me at the time. And next time I'll set up 2, do a wide camera, and then I'll have one for the close-ups, and then edit that together really nice for them. And then it'll stay in sync. What happened with their shooting, each song twice was that they played it slightly different. So by the end of the song, it wasn't synced up properly with each other. So, but hey, who cares? It sounded great, and that's all I cared about. It's about the music. It's not about how well I can edit the damn thing. It's just about, is the music clear? Is the soundtrack clear? Is it one nice thing? And it is a nice thing. Close your eyes. If the visuals are screwy, you just close your eyes and listen to the music. That's the point of music. It isn't about music isn't to be so much watched as it is to be listened. So anyway, that's those 3 things that I decided to play for you today, and this is a really good test run. It feels really good. Everything seems to be working really well. This is the first time I feel like I've successfully been able to do this. All the other attempts were failures in all kinds of miraculous ways, from CPU saying it going red and not being able to work 100% of it, and stuttering, and actually the whole computer went down one time, and things weren't plugged in. I wasn't plugged into the network once because it had just wiggled loose. Just like millions of little troubles, and 2 monitors. Now we're down to 1. I just having to keep changing it. And now, since I've gotten rid of 1, I got HDMI wires I'm not even using now wired to this, all beautifully wired and nailed to the walls and through the things. I had to pull all them up, and I spent a bunch of money on wires I didn't need, obviously. Because I had these 2 free monitors that I was trying to make do, 2 free things ended up costing a lot of money at the end of the day. But I have some nice wires, and I can go other places with my laptop and get away from people. Lenoma Mashers, they'll be on my show here at some point, and they do a porch concert right now, and it looks terrible because, well, they only got 1 camera, and then they upload it with that 1 camera, and it just looks boring and terrible. And I can go over there with a couple cell phones, hook it up to the software and my little wire cameras, and have 2 or 3 cameras, and run it by USB and run a USB wire out to be 100 feet away from them, so I don't have to get near them, and and film them on their porch, and actually have multiple cameras, and use this nice microphone that I bought here. Yeah, the microphone is an AKG, and it has multiple patterns. Like right now, it's just on the front pattern, and then it has a stereo pattern, and then a wide stereo. So there's four microphones, sensors around the thing. So then you would just stick that on the porch, and then they can just play, and you would hear the music all around it, and that'd be stereo and fun. So that'll be something I'm going to be trying to scare up here if I can really get this technology to work well. That's my main goal, is the technology working well, and can I do it well? And will I sit there and screw around with the technology while the musicians are waiting? That's the kind of thing. You got to get all your P's and Q's in shape before you leave the house. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say for the day, and I'm going to find out how this went and if it worked, and I don't even know how long I've been here. I've been trying to do maybe a 20-minute or half-hour show or something, or however long it lasts. It's my show. I can do what I want, right? And so I guess that should be what I'm going to say for the day, and go check out what's going on with the rest of the world and find out what happened. Anyway, so I've clicked my end logo up, and I guess I'll see you guys. Have yourself a beautiful day. That's the bottom line. Have yourself a wonderful day, and enjoy the air, and you're alive, so that's good news. Bye-bye.